Take care of you and your loved ones.
Off is here. January 25th at Kim Collins Athletic Stadium, Bird Rock.
Watch the fastest legs and loudest voices from high schools across St. Kitts and Nevis battle for glory.
Grounds just $10. Medal stands $25. Kim Collins stand $50.
Get your tickets now at Harper's, Island Flavors, Cara Brewery Drinks Depots, and participating schools.
Giant Malt Relay Championships and Chant Off. Fuel the competition.
What if your money did more than sit in an account? What if it built dreams, supported families, and empowered futures? At St. Kitts Credit Union, we're more than a financial institution. We're a family that believes in your potential, rooted in people helping people. Enjoy competitive savings rates and low-interest loans for mortgages, vehicles, education, and more. Need security for you or your loved ones? The Family Indemnity Plan and Loan Protection Insurance give your loved ones peace of mind, whether you're saving for school, building your business, or planning for tomorrow. SKCU is here for you. It's not just about banking, it's about belonging. Contact us at 465-2272 or any of our branches. Learn more online at www.skccu.com. Become a member today and be a part of something greater.
Reliable, dependable, Delta. If you live here in St. Kitts and you tank on E, there's only one place that you should be. Maybe driving in Nevis and you need some fuel. Go straight to Delta. Don't be a fool. Get your cooking gas fast. All petroleum needs ULSD. Everyone in the region is shouting, Go Delta. Premium gasoline in a fully stocked C-store. So there's only one place you should be. Delta Petroleum, baby.
Now boarding Anguilla Air Services passengers with direct flights to St. Kitts. Round trips are only $284 US. St. Kitts taxes and fees included. Come, experience the magic. Best price, best value, best service. A new chapter in Caribbean connectivity is here. Come fly with Anguilla Air Services today. From the breathtaking views as you lift off from Anguilla to the warm embrace of St. Kitts as you touch down. This service is more than a flight. It's a bridge. A bridge for families, for business, for culture, for adventure, and for strengthening the ties that unite our beloved region. With daily departures, Sunday through Friday at 8:30 a.m. from Anguilla and 9:45 a.m. from St. Kitts, and on Saturdays, a 2:30 p.m. departure from Anguilla and a 5 p.m. departure from St. Kitts. Travelers now enjoy a more dependable, smoother, more enjoyable way to commute between these two vibrant destinations. Whether you're exploring heritage sites, engaging in regional commerce, visiting loved ones, or simply traveling for leisure, Anguilla Air Services is honored to be part of your journey. Experience the magic. Fly Anguilla Air Services. Tickets can be booked at the counters in Anguilla and St. Kitts or online at your favorite booking engine. For more information, visit www.anguillaairservices.com.
Check out BT Duty Free at the Circus in downtown Basse-Terre for the latest, sexiest, and best brand name fragrances and perfumes. Now available in St. Kitts and Nevis. You get Afrian, Latafa, Sol Janeiro, Club de Nuit, Coach, Chanel, Jimmy Choo, Rabanne, and much, much more. BT Duty Free, offering you the best.
Hey, Webmaster here. I stay connected to Freedom with the Freedom SKN app. Simply search for the Freedom app in the Android's Play Store or the Apple's App Store and download it. Enjoy world-class radio at its best, anytime, anywhere. Become a Freedom apper today.
And chant Off is here. January 25th at Kim Collins Athletic Stadium, Bird Rock.
Watch the fastest legs and loudest voices from high schools across St. Kitts and Nevis battle for glory.
Grounds just $10. Medal stands $25. Kim Collins stand $50.
Get your tickets now at Harper's, Island Flavors, Cara Brewery Drinks Depots, and participating schools. Giant
Malt Relay Championships and Chant Off. Fuel the competition.
Reliable, dependable, Delta. If you live here in St. Kitts and your tank on E, there's only one place that you should be. Maybe driving in Nevis and you need some fuel. Go straight to Delta. Don't be a fool. Get your cooking gas fast. All petroleum needs ULSD. Everyone in the region is shouting, go Delta. Premium gasoline in a fully stocked C-store. So there's only one place you should be. Delta Petroleum, baby.
Every day we're faced with choices. To spend or to save. To delay or to stay on track. It's discipline that shapes our future. Because discipline means making the choice today that pays off tomorrow. Remember, discipline, choice, pays. A message from the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis.
What if your money did more than sit in an account? What if it built dreams, supported families, and empowered futures? At St. Kitts Credit Union, we're more than a financial institution. We're a family that believes in your potential, rooted in people helping people. Enjoy competitive savings rates and low-interest loans for mortgages, vehicles, education, and more. Need security for you or your loved ones? The Family Indemnity Plan and Loan Protection Insurance give your loved ones peace of mind, whether you're saving for school, building your business, or planning for tomorrow. SKCU is here for you. It's not just about banking, it's about belonging. Contact us at 465-2272 or any of our branches. Learn more online at www.skccu.com. Become a member today and be a part of something greater.
Have you heard that Mind, Body, and Soul is back?
Yes, Mind, Body, and Soul is back on Sundays at 4 p.m. only on Freedom FM, hosted by the inspiring Julie Charles. This is your go-to show for thought-provoking and uplifting conversations. Every Sunday, dive into topics that nourish your mind, body, and soul. From wellness tips to personal growth to deep conversations, Julie brings you the stories that inspire change and spark reflection. Don't miss out. Tune into Mind, Body, and Soul on Sundays at 4 p.m. and let Freedom FM guide you to a more balanced and inspired life. Mind, Body, and Soul on Freedom FM, Sundays at 4 p.m.
Hey, Webmaster here. I stay connected to Freedom with the Freedom SKN app. Simply search for the Freedom app in the Android's Play Store or the Apple's App Store and download it. Enjoy world-class radio at its best, anytime, anywhere. Become a Freedom apper today.
Off is here. January 25th at Kim Collins Athletic Stadium, Bird Rock.
Watch the fastest legs and loudest voices from high schools across St. Kitts and Nevis battle for glory.
Grounds just $10. Medal stands $25. Kim Collins stand $50.
Get your tickets now at Harper's, Island Flavors, Cara Brewery Drinks Depots, and participating schools.
Giant Malt Relay Championships and Chant-Off. Fuel the competition.
Every day we're faced with choices to spend or to save, to delay or to stay on track. It's discipline that shapes our future because discipline means making the choice today that pays off tomorrow. Remember, discipline, choice, pays. A message from the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis.
Reliable, dependable, Delta. If you live here in St. Kitts and your tank on E, there's only one place that you should be. Maybe driving in Nevis and you need some fuel. Go straight to Delta. Don't be a fool. Get your cooking gas fast. All petroleum needs ULSD. Everyone in the region is shouting, Go Delta. Premium gasoline in a fully stocked C-store. So there's only one place you should be. Delta Petroleum, baby.
Have you heard that Mind, Body, and Soul is back?
Yes, Mind, Body, and Soul is back on Sundays at 4 p.m. only on Freedom FM. Hosted by the inspiring Julie Charles. This is your go-to show for thought-provoking and uplifting conversations. Every Sunday, dive into topics that nourish your mind, body, and soul. From wellness tips to personal growth to deep conversations. Julie brings you the stories that inspire change and spark reflection. Don't miss out. Tune into Minds, Body, and Soul on Sundays at 4 p.m. and let Freedom FM guide you to a more balanced and inspired life. Minds, Body, and Soul on Freedom FM Sundays at 4 p.m.
What if your money did more than sit in an account? What if it built dreams, supported families, and empowered futures? At St. Kitts Credit Union, we're more than a financial institution. We're a family that believes in your potential, rooted in people helping people. Enjoy competitive savings rates and low-interest loans for mortgages, vehicles, education, and more. Need security for you or your loved ones? The Family Indemnity Plan and Loan Protection Insurance give your loved ones peace of mind, whether you're saving for school, building your business, or planning for tomorrow. SKCU is here for you. It's not just about banking, it's about belonging. Contact us at 465-2272 or any of our branches. Learn more online at www.skccu.com. Become a member today and be a part of something greater.
Well, good afternoon, St. Kitts and Nevis. I'm Juni Liebert, bidding you a hearty welcome to Groundings for today, the 16th day of January 2026. Time is definitely flying by these days. It seems as if it was just yesterday we were celebrating Christmas. And we're halfway through January already. I'm joined by my illustrious colleagues, the Honorable former Deputy Prime Minister Sam Conda, former Director of Health here in St. Kitts. Director of Health?
Chief
Medical Officer. Yeah, Chief Medical Officer Dr. Patrick Martin, my good friend. Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you all doing?
Good afternoon. Junie, welcome back. Nice to see you. And good afternoon to you, Sam, and to the listeners and viewers to Freedom FM.
That's right.
Well, we certainly need some freedom in this world, don't we?
Yes.
Yeah,
we need freedom and democracy.
Good afternoon. Happy New Year to you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, this is a new year, a different year, a strange year,
living a strange life.
A funny year, all kind of things like that. So we're going to need all your...
Well, when you have gangsters ruling the world, it certainly takes on a different paradigm, you know?
Yeah, so we'll see how it goes.
Well, as usual, gentlemen, we follow the same pattern with the permission of his
Do you think, Sam, that Trump will come to extract me for saying that gangsters rule the world?
No, he's not going to leave you here. He going to leave you here. He going to take you off for that.
He going to take me off for that? I see.
Yeah, he's not going to take you off for that.
You have to watch what we say, though. You know?
Yeah. But Madeo didn't say anything. He just...
You just said gangsters rule the world. What is the extrapolation? How did you...
You might take it that I'm referring to him.
You might take it personal.
Yes. He running things, you know.
Yeah. And you don't have a Nobel Peace Prize to give him. So
no, I don't.
So you could be in trouble.
I only have my McKnight birth certificate.
That's not enough.
Yes, so,
gentlemen, we meet this afternoon against a plethora of issues, subjects. See if you could keep up with me. The groundbreaking of the Prime Creative Arts Center. And on January 13, OECS heads met to establish a high-level negotiating team to deal with immigration matters and CBI matters. Then we heard that U.S. green card applications on pause. Word went around that everything was on pause, but it was green card applications on pause.
Was that?
Yeah, because of abuse of welfare benefits. And then we had some excellent interventions by P.J. Patterson, the Honorable P.J. Patterson, and Ambassador Rand Saunders, preeminent ambassador. Would you say, Sam? Yeah. And then we also saw this week that NATO is strengthening its presence in Greenland, which is a territory of the Kingdom of Denmark, a NATO member. Why? The U.S., also a NATO member, is increasingly strident about acquiring Greenland by will or otherwise. Then this morning we woke up to the news that Canada and China have announced a trade deal. And in announcing that, the Canadian Prime Minister said, and I'm quoting, "The U.S. is no longer a reliable partner," unquote. And then later in the day, later this morning, we heard that Taiwan and the USA have inked a massive deal dealing with semiconductors and tariffs. And then later in this morning, Junior picked this up, TikTok being sued in a U.S. court for causing death.
Wow.
It is alleged, a mother is alleging that an algorithm caused her son to engage in a blackout challenge that ended his life.
What's a blackout challenge?
I guess there's how long you could hold your breath for. Well, somebody will call us and tell us what that is. And then there's post-election violence in Uganda, which is what was predicted. In Iran, hundreds, perhaps thousands of civilians shot, dead, for protesting for a better quality of life. In Tobago, the PNM lost massively in Tobago, 15 zip to the Tobago People's Party, which appears to be aligned to PM Bessasar's party. And then Nobel laureate Machado gives her medal to President Trump. According to the Norwegian Nobel Committee and the Norwegian Nobel Institute, I'm quoting here from their website, once a Nobel Prize is announced, it cannot be revoked, shared, or transferred to others. Decision is final and stands for all time. Well, you can give somebody the medal. The medal can change ownership, but the second owner does not become a laureate. So it's against that backdrop that we.
That's what the record will show.
Right. It's against that backdrop that we move into the usual agenda. Any remembrances or celebrations, Junie, Sam? If not, we continue our discussion from last week. Junie, I don't know if you had a chance to listen last week. We were generally talking about imperialism, the fact that the empires are striking back, that the post-World War II rules-based disorder appears to be dismissed, or at least some people are trying to dismiss it. And we had a good discussion last week about that. As a matter of fact, you remember that clip we played, Sam, the clip of the White House Deputy Chief of Staff? This is just to set up the discussion again.
Why does the United States need to take over the Venezuelan oil industry?
Well, we don't need to. First, let me go back up. We don't need Venezuela's oil. We have plenty of oil in the United States. What we're not going to allow is for the oil industry in Venezuela to be controlled by adversaries of the United States. You have to understand, why does China need their oil? Why does Russia need their oil? Why does Iran need their oil? They're not even in this continent. This is the Western Hemisphere. This is where we live. And we're not going to allow the Western Hemisphere to be a base of operation for adversaries, competitors, and rivals of the United States.
As specific oil companies?
We also want to see that oil and the proceeds from it. Hold on. We want to see the oil proceeds of that country benefit the people of Venezuela. Why have 8 million people left Venezuela? 8 million, the single largest mass migration probably in modern history, left Venezuela since 2014 because all the wealth of that country was stolen to the benefit of Maduro and his cronies in the regime, but not to the benefit of people of Venezuela. You know how destabilizing 8 million migrants is? The number one fear that Brazil has, that Colombia has, that all these countries in the region have about what's happening in Venezuela and our involvement is they're afraid of another mass migration event. That's what they fear. This is deeply destabilizing stuff. It's not going to continue to happen. They are not going to come from outside of our hemisphere, destabilize our region in our own backyard, and us have to pay the price for it. Not under President Trump.
The way I see this, gentlemen, is that Trump is the supreme ruler, you understand, of the world. And so he called the shots, and you better toe the line or he will take you out by force. And I think this is what happened in Venezuela, because he's now saying that he is in fact running the affairs of Venezuela. He's the government, and everything has to go through him, including the oil, what happens to the oil in Venezuela, what happens in Greenland, everything must go through him. He's prepared to take over Greenland, Colombia, Mexico, any of those countries at a moment's notice if they don't do what America wants them to do. So he is like the supreme ruler when it comes to these affairs. And what gives, who was the speaking there a while ago?
That was Stephen. That was Stephen Miller, who was the White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy. He is central to the immigration policy of the Trump White House.
But he was speaking to Marco Rubio.
He was speaking to. Here's Marco Rubio. This is the one that really got us to pay attention last week.
Why does the United States need to take over the Venezuelan oil industry?
That's the same one.
That's the same one.
Well, we don't need to.
Sorry. All right.
Sam, what do you think? I mean, it challenges the patrimony of the country, challenges...
Okay.
He said he needs more information. Can you tell us what the president means when he says, is acting President Delcy Rodriguez in charge? Is she running Venezuela or not?
Well, what the president said is true. The United States of America is running Venezuela. By definition, that's true. Jake, we live in a world in which you can talk all you want about international niceties and everything else. But we live in a world, in the real world, Jake, that is governed by strength, that is governed by force, that is governed by power.
Okay, so that's Stephen Miller. That was Stephen Miller. So I misinformed you. The first one was Marco Rubio, right? Okay. The first one was Marco Rubio on MSNBC, and then that was Stephen Miller on.
Okay, so we got the two.
Right. So we live in a world that is governed by strength, force, and power.
Correct.
And power.
Military might. That's what you might as well have said.
And then this morning, Canada and China inked a deal having to do with...
you know what Trump is going to do, right?
What's going to go?
Anybody is going to do any trade with Canada at the States, based on what they've done, will be subject to what he calls those...
tariffs?
Tariffs. He's going to put tariffs on those countries.
It appears to me that the Canadians have already made the calculation that there will be retaliation.
Yeah.
Of course, the Canadian Prime Minister said, and listeners, you can check it out, quote, "The United States is an unreliable partner."
Who said
end
that?
quote. Canadian Prime Minister Carney.
You better be careful Trump don't take him out.
From where?
Canada. he will do it. Remember, he wanted to annex Canada to America at one stage, you know.
Yeah.
He was driving for that.
Yeah, but Carney told him that they're not for sale. There's certain real estate.
But Sam, that's what Greenland has said too.
And they mean it still.
But you think the NATO forces could stand up to the U.S. forces?
Well,
we will see.
They don't have the military might like the U.S. If the U.S. wants to take out NATO tomorrow, they will do it.
But remember history, they say those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. That's from George Santayana, Life and Reason, 1905.
Look.
We were told that the Vietnamese wouldn't stand up to the U.S. And what happened?
I agree with that. But Trump is...
What about Afghanistan?
He's seeing Greenland in a different light. Not like that. Because he's saying that the Russians and the Chinese are too close.
We got that.
And they want to take over Greenland.
It's a sovereign territory. So
exactly, but sovereignty don't seem to count these days. Not with Trump.
For imperialism has a history.
Yeah.
European powers such as Spain, Portugal, France, England, and the Netherlands, they fought tooth and nail for the Caribbean and the Americas. You remember that? That's how we were forced to study that as West Indian history. Remember those days?
I can't remember that.
when islands.
My history book can tell me that.
Islands changed hands 7, 8, 9 times.
Yeah,
right? Remember that?
Yeah.
All right. All right. So then in 1884, the European powers convened in Berlin to carve up Africa. But Ethiopia, except for Ethiopia and
who is
Syria.
the country to carve up Africa?
The European powers. Remember the scramble for Africa? Okay. And they started carving up total disregard for tribal territories and stuff like that. So by 1884. But before that, in 1823, there was the Monroe Doctrine from the United States, which basically said to Europe, stay out of the Western Hemisphere.
The Monroe Doctrine?
It's now Monroe. In 1867, the United States bought Alaska from Russia for $7 million. In 1898, there was a Spanish-American War. Spain was defeated. The United States acquired Puerto Rico, Guam, Philippines, and Guantanamo Bay in Cuba. In 1904, the United States took over the construction of the Panama Canal from France. And then in 1917, the United States bought the Virgin Islands from Denmark for $25 million. Just get a history of how things have been going. After the European War II, also known as World War II, the United States was the predominant superpower because the economies of UK, France, etc., were decimated by World War II. The United States led in the formation of the United Nations. The United Nations was formed to end all wars and to protect small states.
That's right.
But the decisions of the United Nations are dominated by the 5 permanent members of the Security Council, namely China, France, the Russian Federation, UK, and USA. So
soon finish the history. By 1950s, the Soviet Union emerged as the principal rival to the United States. The Soviet Union dissolved in 1991. In 1993, the European Union was founded. By 2010, we had the emergence of China as the second largest economy. And now, 2015, the Monroe Doctrine has been reaffirmed as the Dunroe Doctrine. How do small states cope in the circumstances, gentlemen? Whither-bound St. Kitts and Nevis, OECS, in this new world construct, set of circumstances?
I think that the U.S. expects the small states to do what Trinidad did, to yield. And until and unless they do that, they will forever suffer.
Yield or agree?
I think yield. Well, yield is agreeing. If you yield, you're agreeing with whatever is set for you, the terms and conditions of the person who is trying to get your space. So once you sign off on anything with the U.S., look, that is why Trinidad was not on that list. Because they have yielded. They put up what flag there is the yielding flag, Sam? A red flag, a yellow flag.
You mean the list of the 77 countries whose citizens applying for green cards?
Yes.
The application process has been paused.
Why is it that that list reflects strongly of only African, Caribbean, and third world countries?
You know the South Africa.
95% of it is African, Caribbean, and third world countries.
You know the South Africa is not on the list.
It sends a message.
South Africa is not on the list.
Yeah.
Why?
It sends a message. We want to keep America white. That's what it does. It's racism.
Remember, earlier in 2025, some folks from South Africa migrated to the United States.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, they were expelling people from other countries.
So South Africa is not on the list. Suriname is not on the list.
What was the reason given for that?
Remember, Elon Musk convinced people that these folks in South Africa were being terrorized, killed.
There was a term he used.
And they were getting their land.
What's the term they use? Massacre. Okay.
The same thing that they were doing to the
They were taking back
Palestinians.
land from them and all kind of things.
So they were accommodated and moved to places in the Midwest United States. So South Africa is not on the list.
Guyana is not on it either.
Who?
Guyana? Not on the list.
Not on the list.
Guyana has oil. So
Guyana is not on the
we
list.
need that oil. We
Guyana,
need to
Trinidad and Tobago, Suriname, and Montserrat.
I was wondering about Suriname.
Suriname don't have no oil, do they?
No, I was wondering whether Surinamese usually go to the Netherlands when they're migrating. So I was wondering about that.
Yeah, they're Dutch.
Anguilla is on the list?
No.
So none of the UCOTs are on the list.
Well, no.
None of the
Montserrat is a Caribbean, is a CARICOM country.
No.
But none of the protectorates, none of the are on the list either.
So St. Martin are not on the list.
Right. Tortola.
Cayman Islands not on the list.
Right.
Bermuda not on the list. Okay. So this is the operating environment now. So how do we respond to that? Well, on January 13, the OECS heads met to establish a high-level negotiating team. What do you think about that?
Absolutely, that was necessary. I mean, we've been talking about that for how many years? I mean, since we're talking about the federation, that is your survival. That's how you're going to exist. That no one of these countries on their own could do anything, could make any impact. That's what the federation was about.
P.J. Patterson, the Honorable P.J. Patterson, spoke of the Lomé Convention when Africa, the Caribbean and Pacific countries got together, formed a unity of purpose to negotiate with the EU.
Yeah.
And it seems to me he was suggesting that model is the model for the 21st century.
Yeah.
that if to the extent to which African countries, Caribbean countries, and Pacific countries can, as we say, hold one head, that is our ticket.
Yeah, absolutely.
So what should be the stance taken by the smaller countries in response to what the U.S. is doing?
And negotiate as a team, as a group, as a group.
Yeah. Not St. Kitts and Nevis and St. Lucia and Trinidad and Tobago.
But don't you have these organizations already like OECS? And
So that's what we say. Negotiate as deal with the bigger countries as OECS. Yeah.
And like PJ Patterson
and
said,
what's likely to come out of that?
Well, if you
can look into the future,
you're going to get more respect. You have more strength. You're strength in numbers. Yeah. So, for example.
So Sam, I'm not cutting you off. But you think that the president of the U.S. respects any organizations like OECS and CARICOM?
We have to try.
I don't see him responding to us in any positive way.
Yeah.
He didn't say that we are shithole countries.
Yeah, but
that we are garbage.
So
how are you going to deal with garbage?
So you think we'll get more respect if St. Kitts go by itself?
I'm not saying that.
Well, that's the point.
That's the point.
I'm not saying that.
That's the point.
Okay, so go ahead, even if it's futile. Basically.
No, not futile. No, you have better hope.
You have
a better chance of. Because
you guys are very optimistic.
But that is the only chance of making any meaningful impact as a group.
So this is what was done before the announcement of the countries?
No.
Response to
so they've never had conference. They never had
conversation. What we had was you heard the Prime Minister said there was a memorandum of understanding with the United States, and you heard St. Lucia saying
was
there was
acknowledged.
Yeah. So, but what we're saying is that we can't do it that way. That is not in our interest. That the group CARICOM. In fact, we must go further than that. You're having the hemisphere. You have the OAS. The CARICOM in 15 countries. The OAS 33 countries. So if you get those countries together, you know, those countries include Cuba, Venezuela, Colombia, and the OAS. So that is our strength. Like PJ Patterson was saying, that the ACP is one of the most successful models in the world, where Africa, the Caribbean, and the Pacific came together to discuss with Europe the Lomé Agreement. That's a model that we need to go.
People don't want to go Europe, you know. All people want to go to the U.S.
Yeah, so what I'm saying.
And the U.S. is not listening to them with any keen ear or attention.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
Europe and so on, fine.
And the organization to deal with that is the OAS. We have the OAS 33 countries in this hemisphere. So we have CARICOM, which is a subset of the
Trump
OAS.
Trump is a part of the OAS?
Yeah, America is part of the OAS. America and Canada.
He don't study them. He don't study them. I mean, basically. He ignores them. He pulled himself out of it.
But would you accept that doing nothing is not an option?
Yeah, exactly.
Doing nothing
is not an option. No.
So you try.
Absolutely.
As a group.
You keep trying.
You have to keep trying.
You got to.
You have to. Yeah.
Remember when West Indies used to get 2-1 all the time in cricket?
What's the analogy?
Well, by the 1970s, we were reversing the fortunes. You just keep trying.
Hopefully, we will reverse the fortunes.
Oh no, the fellas are playing with too much.
Together.
The fellas are playing with too much bling bling in their nose, man. Not these guys. Maybe the women. Not these guys. No. So, what about this angle? This other factor? We have a diaspora in the USA, Canada, UK. Perhaps we need not perhaps. This is my view that we need our diaspora to see what muscle they can flex.
If they have muscle.
But in combination with Africa and the Pacific, that's muscle.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm a skeptic, because based on what I see happening, the reality, you are looking and postulating theories.
No, okay.
I'm looking at reality. The reality is Trump don't want to be in any alliance with us unless he could maximize profits for the USA by suppressing third world countries.
Are you following the...
extracting the oil and whatever they have, their gold and their precious metals at no expense to him. He benefits.
That is what he would like.
But this is what he does, Sam.
Well...
Not what he would like. He's proving and showing that he flexing his muscle to do what he wants.
Okay, fine. So what do you do in return? So are you following the debate in the United States over health insurance?
No, I'm not.
Okay. So Republicans have been revolting because they have been hearing from their constituents
against Trump?
Yeah, they have been hearing from their constituents that they want the Obamacare to remain. So you can use that, constituency power to get to representatives and senators who could then use their good offices to work on the White House.
Okay.
You have to recruit as many allies as you can.
But even to go back to the Venezuela thing that Julie is talking about, that isn't clear and cut, because China has investment there, Russia has investment there, and in Venezuela.
Well, what is Trump saying? Don't come down here. This is our hemisphere.
Yeah, that's what he's saying.
But that's what he's showing.
But it isn't clear cut.
It isn't clear cut. What could be more clear cut than taking out Maduro?
That's
clear cut.
That's a different story. Taking out Maduro.
It's a different story.
No, taking Maduro.
And he's saying that he runs the country and he will dictate what happens to the oil that comes out of Venezuela.
That is what he's saying.
He stopped a Russian ship from taking oil from Venezuela to Russia the other day.
Yeah.
And they stopped several other vessels.
It's your view that this cannot be stopped?
Who can stop Trump? You tell me.
You
tell me. No, tell me then. If I'm wrong,
who's stopping the ICE matters in Minnesota?
Let's talk about one thing at a time.
This is about who's going to stop Trump.
ICE stopping Trump?
No.
Who's stopping ICE?
But people are pushing. As a matter of fact, you put something on the Freedom Facebook about the demonstrations in New York.
Right.
Okay.
And that Trump taking on that?
One day at a time, sweet Jesus.
One day at a time.
Oh, Rome was not built in a day.
Look, the only way I could see what you are saying being successful is if Trump ain't around. The man has a mindset.
Yeah.
Is it the man or the group?
Look, I've seen some of the people who is in that party with him oppose him on certain matters, and he get rid of them.
Not by himself.
He put the Justice Department on them. He locked them up.
Not by himself, Joni.
This is a dictator, you all don't understand it. This is a Mussolini.
This is not a one-man show, Joni.
So what is, it's not a one-man show?
No, this was a planned process. From when Obama won the White House. This has been a plan.
By who?
Persons who are not in favor of a rules-based multilateral world.
And who running that?
A group of persons
who lead in the group of persons.
No, he's the leading spokesperson.
No. He's not only leading.
He's not the brain. He's not the brain of the group.
He's the man that executes what he says he's going to do. He executes, and then they find out later.
Well,
he takes decisions independent of them.
But did
they know he was planning to go into Venezuela when he did?
The Congress didn't know, and the Senate didn't know. But the other people, I mean, how could he go into without a significant number of the
executive order?
Executive, no. They had to know it's part of a group. He can't single-handedly do that.
But he has done it before.
Yeah.
In all of his actions.
You mean snap his finger and then people fall into line?
Yes.
No, there's a... You
don't understand the Trump mindset, you know.
So Putin acts alone?
Sometimes. Then Trump comparable in a certain ways, you know. I won't say
They snap their finger and people fall into line?
Well, I don't know if they snap of the finger, but they determine the policy and put it into effect. I don't subscribe to the group thing too much because from what I have seen, he acts independently when he wants to get something done. The Venezuela thing might have been done with him and a few other allies, you know, but it was mostly him.
The Maduro exercise was an inside job.
When you say inside job, what you mean?
They had boots on the ground working with Venezuelans for months.
But that's part of the strategy, Dr. Martin.
So it's not a one-man show.
But he's the one that called the shots. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
So, let's agree to disagree, because he does not.
I want to hear someone.
He does not have.
He's the leader, right? But he needs the support of people around him. He can't single-handedly do these things. He cannot.
What I'm saying, there have been instances when his advisors have said, "Boss, put a chill on that," and he said, "No.
Yeah.
Let us do this.
Yeah.
Because other advisors.
Let us do this, and he gets it done."
Yeah. But it is part of a wider discussion.
The advisors want him to go into Greenland. The so-called inner group.
Some of them is just like in fact, a lot of people wanted him to go down and take out Maduro. The people who don't agree generally with the running the country.
So what he was getting, he was reading the tone of the country.
Yeah, the country and the
Venezuelans who live in this state.
And the world.
Right.
Other countries in the world.
Other countries wanted him to do what he did in Venezuela?
Yeah, there were people who were supporting that.
Okay.
Generally.
That's why they're not on the list.
Yeah.
So all the things that he said about going into Venezuela, going into Colombia, going into Cuba, Greenland, and so on. These people over the world advising him.
They're part of a script. That's part. There's a plan to do that.
Okay, who engineered that?
The one person. I don't have the name of the one person, but last week we spoke about the fact that Marco Rubio, being of Cuban American heritage, in certain interviews is clear that Venezuela was the sideshow. The real target is Cuba.
Okay.
And that has been the target for how long? 59 years? How much years? 6 years?
60 plus 8 plus 20.
So Marco Rubio and them put up a list of countries that will not get visas or have been put frozen visas.
Yeah.
Right? And
Trump promised.
What has happened to the response from CARICOM leaders in terms of that? What is
hold on. This immigration thing has been boiling for a while. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Stephen Miller, who I just identified as the White House Deputy Chief of Staff for policy, he was part of a congressman's advisory group for us, and people have traced what is happening now to what things like what Stephen Miller has been saying for 10 years. Okay, so I'm saying that to say that, quote unquote, fixing the broken American immigration system has been on the cards for decades.
Yeah. Right. Just like the Cuban situation has been the card for how many decades. And Trump, whoever the president is, or whoever the president was, the same policy applies to Cuba. It's in a Trump policy, it's an American policy.
So why are they waiting why are they only now waiting on when Trump come to rule to effect these things? What happened during Obama? What happened during Bush? What happened during other past presidents that didn't make these things happen?
Yeah. Trump is has a different kind of mentality.
Okay.
He has some kind of leadership skills, which are leadership. I don't even want to skills. Leadership thing. That are different to other presidents.
Right.
But the American policy remains.
But it's just that Trump enforce it.
Well, Trump has a different, like I say.
He's prepared to push the envelope and disrupt and say things, and then when you push back, he yields.
Trump is prepared to break the law, the Constitution, the protocols, the everything.
So who has ICE people running over the U.S. right now?
Who has what?
The ICE? Yeah.
Trump.
Are they in every community?
Trump.
No, not in every community.
Most.
No,
most
only those.
Only the Democrats.
Those that he has identified as
Democrats.
Trump is doing that.
People to repay for challenging him.
That's the Democrats, mostly.
Well, there's some people. Okay, and
others. He has mostly gone into Democrat-controlled states.
Yep.
So that's a plan. So that's a plan.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
That's
he's encouraging a revolution in the states. Civil war.
Trump is bad news.
But isn't that how empires? Isn't that how empires begin to implode? They overextend themselves.
Yeah, exactly.
And then you get a groundswell from either from within or without.
Yeah.
So we have seen that in history.
Yeah.
You know, from Napoleon to Hitler. You overextend yourself. You go a bridge too far. But it seems as though the Europeans are going to stand up to Trump in Greenland.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, there's
stand up how? So if Trump decides to put ground, what do you call it, boots on the ground.
He already has boots on the ground in Greenland. The U.S. has bases in Greenland.
I know that. But add to what is there. We know they have that there for years now.
Right.
But to add to it and use military might to enforce his will, they're prepared to stand up to
that. So NATO has already put some, they've put some boots on the ground too?
They've said that, Junie. They've said that.
Who's likely to emerge?
Well, who's going to blink first?
NATO. NATO will blink first.
Let's bet a lunch on that.
NATO, you think they could stand up to the U.S.?
Can the U.S. overextend itself?
They have enough to take care of what they want to take care of.
Well.
Gentlemen, let's switch gears a bit here because I wanted to get your feedback and feelings about what's happening in St. Kitts and Nevis in terms of refugees, in inverted commas, coming to St. Kitts, sent out by the U.S. The PM has made them welcome except Haitians. What are your thoughts on that?
We have signed a non-legal binding memorandum of understanding.
What is that? What is a non-legal binding?
It's like you agree to talk some more about it, but you're setting the stage. This is to set the stage for further talks about it. The parameters are set. You know, the definition of a refugee, definition of a deportee, and who's going to pay for what.
So why exclude Haitians? Haitians are from CARICOM.
Yeah, they're a member of CARICOM.
Yeah, so why you excluding Haitians?
I can only suspect that there's some special case.
What's the special?
I don't know. We wait for the clarification on that.
I don't really like that, Junie. I really don't like how we're treating the Haitians, you know.
That's what I'm saying.
We are paying a lot of lip service to Haiti. Yeah.
And then when the
time comes,
we fall short.
Yeah, we don't do that. I mean, we're doing that for how much years now?
Donkey years.
Since the Haitian Revolution.
Right.
You know, that was supposed to be the revolution. The revolution that was supposed to liberate, you know, the people in this part of the world and to you know. And we have not responded in kind to Haiti. And the entire CARICOM.
Yep.
Yeah.
We treat Haitians just like America treats them.
Yeah. Absolutely.
No
I don't like that at all.
You know?
I don't like that at all. Just lip service.
After
and
the
every
Haitian Revolution, Americans went in there and rampled up Haiti, took out their precious stones, their gold, their mineral wealth and everything. And Haiti has never been the same since that. They went in there and went into the banks and looted the banks in Haiti.
Yeah.
And never compensated them for anything. They left Haiti poor and desolate.
I mean, Haiti had to pay reparations.
There you go. There you go.
For the independence, pay reparations for independence.
How can we say we want to be brothers with Africa and Haiti and so on, and then treat them like that?
Yeah, no, I don't like that at all.
I mean, what is the problem?
I don't like that at all.
The other day I was speaking to someone that says because when they come here they practice fraud. But how much we have other people here practicing white collar crime and get away with it? I don't see why. If they're practicing fraud, you deal with the people who are practicing fraud. But you can't make a policy around that and say, well, we don't want Haitians.
No, I don't like that.
That is the height of BS.
What is? Not
saying that we don't want Haitians here. Yeah. Everybody has but Haitians.
Have we had the explanation?
I don't know. You tell me.
No, we have not had the explanation.
I've heard the story.
No, we can't. On principle, that is not a good stance here. We can't allow the Americans to divide us like that and to separate us like that. Haiti is a CARICOM country, a member of CARICOM, and so if we say we're taking CARICOM country, we can't exclude Haiti.
I remember there was a calypso that came out a couple of years ago, Dr. Martin.
Haiti, we love you?
Yes, who did that?
David Rudder?
David Rudder.
Yeah.
I thought that was outstanding job. But it has just crumpled into dust now because people were behind that song. Mm-hmm. We rallied with it behind that song. Mm-hmm. Haiti, we love you.
Yeah.
But times have changed, it seems, and we no longer love Haiti. What is accountable for that, Dr. Martin?
I have no idea. I await the clarification.
What are your feelings about that, though? You await the clarification, but how do you feel about it as Dr. Martin? Not as advisor or anything.
As a citizen of the world?
Yes.
Okay, no,
that's right.
Haiti, in terms of assertion of Afrocentrism in the Caribbean, Haiti is at the front of the pack.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I said to you in the beginning, there has to be something unique about that situation why Haiti was not mentioned in the TCN framework.
Mm-hmm.
I await clarification.
All right. It is just about...
In the meantime, remember we had some Haitians who... We have accepted Haitians in the past.
Mm-hmm.
There was a boat incident.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. I remember that. Just the other day.
And we absorbed them.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So we are a compassionate country.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Question, Sam, that MOU which was signed, what
Go ahead, Sam.
What does it say? What does the MOU say?
It says that we have agreed to take CARICOM nationals.
Yes.
Yeah.
Third country nationals.
Third country. Well, but only from
what does
CARICOM.
it say? He asked, what does it say? So it said third country nationals.
Yeah.
Except Haitians.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But
the
mechanics will be worked out at another.
There can't be people who are involved.
But
in
they don't work
drugs
out the mechanics. I don't understand. If you're saying that you agree to take Caribbean nationals,
no, Drew, that's not how the diplomacy works.
Okay, tell me how the diplomacy.
Wait, you start out with a non. No, it's not a matter. It's a process.
Okay.
Yeah.
Explain the process.
So you start out with a non-legal binding MOU, saying that you're going to collaborate on a matter, and then later on you get into the mechanics of it. Who is going to pay how much, etc., etc.
So the MOU was done, and somebody said, Dr. Martin, the MOU already done and dusted.
No, that's not true.
No. It's a non-binding agreement.
Non-binding agreement.
Yeah. So it ain't done and
dusted. It's not done and dusted at all.
I'll tell you what, gentlemen.
So this is a very important point because people are putting things up on social media without explaining, and sometimes they leave a word out to make the reader think that things are done and dusted. So this program is about trying to explain things to the extent possible.
So when are you going to get around to finalizing it then, if it's just in motion?
Well, in fact, there was a meeting because you still, as you go along, seeing how you could develop and refine the proposal, because there was the OECS meeting, right? where it was?
June on the 13th.
Yeah.
In
Sam,
St. Lucia.
let me ask you a question.
No, hold on. You see that point?
Yeah, go ahead.
Each of us was sent diplomatic notes.
Okay.
And then we decided to treat this matter as a group.
Yeah. And so there was this meeting, and they have set up a committee.
A team, a high-level negotiating team to deal with this matter.
Yeah.
And also the matter of the CBI programs.
Yeah. Because that is what is needed. That is what is necessary. We cannot, as individual countries, go and
it's not in our best interest. We will lose all the time. We're less likely to lose working as a team.
No, I'm not saying that we must go as individual countries. We obviously there must be teamwork to get change. But we need to be firm.
Absolutely.
And not vacillating.
absolutely.
That is what I'm talking about. I think we just talk.
And you must stand on principles.
There you go.
Yeah, you must say, look, you're big, you're bad, you will do as you like, but not with our agreement. We don't agree that kill us, but
we standing on principle.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, you have to stand for something, you have to do something, you have to...
you'll fall for anything.
Yeah.
So P.J. Patterson made that point. This is a test for us. and that the model was the African, Caribbean, and Pacific states standing together to negotiate with the EU over sugar and bananas, right? Yeah. So we'll see. That's what leadership is about. And that's why some people are reticent about taking leadership positions, because they know you'll be tested every hour of the day. Here we are trying to run a country with 55,000 people. That's every second we are tested.
All right, gentlemen, I don't know if you know we have the time, but it's
same thing happened last week because the same thing happened last week, Julie. Because this is about how these small islands survive and thrive in a world that is hostile to small islands.
Yeah, correct.
Small island states. The small island
it's
states.
27 minutes before 3 o'clock already. Let's take a short break. When we come back, we'll open the lines. Thank you so much, gentlemen. Let's take a break now at 27 minutes before 3 o'clock. We're going to take that break and come back.
What if your money did more than sit in an account? What if it built dreams, supported families, and empowered futures? At St. Kitts Credit Union, we're more than a financial institution. We're a family that believes in your potential, rooted in people helping people. Enjoy competitive savings rates and low-interest loans for mortgages, vehicles, education, and more. Need security for you or your loved ones? The Family Indemnity Plan and Loan Protection Insurance give your loved ones peace of mind, whether you're saving for school, building your business, or planning for tomorrow. SKCU is here for you. It's not just about banking, it's about belonging. Contact us at 465-2272 or any of our branches. Learn more online at www.skccu.com. Become a member today and be a part of something greater.
And Chantoff is here! January 25th at Kim Collins Athletic Stadium, Bird Rock.
Watch the fastest legs and loudest voices from high schools across St. Kitts and Nevis battle for glory.
Grounds just $10. Medal stands $25. Kim Collins stand $50.
Get your tickets now at Harper's, Island Flavors, Cara Brewery Drinks Depots, and participating schools.
Giant Malt Relay Championships and Chantoff. Fuel the competition.
Every day we're faced with choices: to spend or to save, to delay or to stay on track. It's discipline that shapes our future, because discipline means making the choice today that pays off tomorrow. Remember, discipline, choice, pays. A message from the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis.
We're going to invite you to call us. Already the lines are lighting up, so we're going to start by taking a call. When we started out, we forgot to mention the passing of DJ Sterling Marshall.
Who that?
The DJ from Nevis who passed away recently. It's from the 70s, 80s time.
I don't know.
Sterling
But I know
Marshall.
a policeman died
Right.
in Nevis, but I didn't hear
This
about
was a
it.
DJ,
No, I didn't
tremendous
hear about that.
influence.
That's the same
during the
person
70s.
whose son had the incident on the beach? Had the
No,
beach going
no,
on?
no.
Okay.
No, not that
No,
at all.
okay.
I'll
No.
brief you afterwards.
Okay,
But
good.
let's take some calls. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome to Groundings.
Good afternoon, Juni. Good afternoon, Sam and Dr. Martin.
Yes, go
Good
right ahead.
afternoon and Happy New Year to you all.
Same to you. Same. Happy New Year to you.
All right. Now, Dr. Martin, I want to find out something, but I'm going to use you. As a medical doctor, I've been working in J.F. France Hospital for some time. I just said sharing an example, just something I'm putting out. But let me say over the years, call it a day at J.F. France Hospital. But you have colleagues up there, friends, doctors, just name them nurses and XYZ. You think it would be right that you can walk in outpatient and go visit your doctors and nurses inside there and maybe try and help them along the way in terms of working without knowing that you no longer there anymore? I'm asking, you think that is the right way to do things? Thank you.
If the administration of the hospital sees a need to bring other medical staff in, especially if there is a mass casualty, that is the norm.
All right, thank you so much for that caller. We're taking your calls.
That's not walking in. That is the norm. If heaven forbid we get a major mass casualty incident, it will overwhelm the staff on duty, and a call will be put out to recruit. Just the same way if somebody needs blood, and the blood bank say, hey, we need this particular kind of blood now, the call is put out to the general public.
Let's take this caller. Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon and a pleasant day to the panel.
Same to
you. On the point that Dr. Martin made on who is in charge of the United States and that Trump is just a face and a spokesperson for the other folks. He's absolutely right. As a matter of fact, and he keeps using a name who is actually one of the leaders. The same Stephen Miller is one of the leaders. He is one of the authors of the 25 agenda, the 2025 agenda. That he's one of the authors of that. And that's the playbook that Donald Trump is working out of today. What happened is the right wing could not get anybody to galvanize the base. Trump was able to do that, and they realized that, and so they season it, so no matter what he does or say, there could be against him in every step of the way. But whenever he puts something out, they all just fall in line behind him for that, because they are the people in the back.
Got you.
Understand?
Project 25, that's the thing, right? That's Project 25, yeah.
25,
yeah. And it's online. It's on.
Stephen Miller is one of the authors of that.
Okay. All right, caller. Thank you so much for calling. And
one more thing, please. The issue of Canada. The United States will never attack Canada, and I'm going to tell you why. Canada is too much of a large democracy, and if America does that, even attempt that, it's going to trigger World War III, because you will see allies just piling on. All Canada never had as an ally before, even that same China. And America cannot fight the war on the wall on the front. Just like Hitler thought he could have done it until the allies pull together and destroy him, it will be the destruction of America.
All right.
Certain states in the United States need Canada for their water and electricity.
Thank you so much, caller. Appreciate you calling, okay? Let's take some more calls in the interest of time. Good afternoon. Welcome to Groundings. Turn on your radio, please.
Yeah, greetings, Brother Jones.
Greetings.
Rascal Lungi.
Yes, sir.
Yes. I mean, I listening carefully to what everybody's saying. I'm saying to our people, if we do not understand at this time what is taking place, this is white supremacy and fascism. The United States, who is the most powerful country in the world with a capitalist system, the system is in crisis. So what they're doing now, they're grasping at straws. And they're telling anybody, this is what you got to do. You got to fall in line. If you don't fall in line, you'll be punished. You understand? So I'm saying to our people, we're in a serious situation, right? And we people got to get organized. That's what I keep telling us. It's time for us to get organized and stop fighting one another. The solution to this problem is revolutionary Pan-Africanism. Everywhere black people be, we got to come together as one. We're starting right here in St. Kitts, the movement for national unity. We got to resolve our differences, repent, because we have committed wrong against each other, atone for our sins, come up with a plan to move forward, because it's like you're being reborn again. We got to re-educate our people. We have to come up with a national consciousness. You understand? Mm-hmm. So what I'm saying to our people, this is 2026, the 400th anniversary of the liquidation, the genocide of the native people of this land. Mm-hmm. We are saying it's time for us to unite. And we got to speak with one voice in St. Kitts and Nevis, in the OECS, and in CARICOM, and then link with Africa. That is the solution to this problem. Because here it is. Trump said we got to accept deportees. The reason why all of us got to accept deportees is because they want to get rid of black people in America. That is the plan. The people got to wake up, man. Our leaders got to stop attacking one another. And seriously sit down. You understand? And move forward because we're down in a hole. It's time for us to get out of the hole. How are you going to tell me we can't accept Haitian when Haiti is the backbone of black people in the Western world? Trump decided that we can't take Haitians. Everything that used to be got to accept is what Trump tell us we got to do. And then he still turn around and tell us that black people is garbage. That's what he said, that we are garbage. So we don't have the dignity and pride and respect for ourselves. Come on, man.
All right, thanks so much, Kalonji.
My brother.
Yeah, thanks
so it's time for us to get organized, brother.
True. Right. Let's move on and take some more calls. Good afternoon, caller. You're next. Caller, good afternoon.
Yeah, Juni.
Go ahead.
Some time ago, the PLP had a gala. And they had a guest speaker. I want to know. I keep asking myself if that is something long time ago or that was something recently. When the man speaking about crime, it's just to show you when a man desperate for power, he used people to tell all kind of lies and this and that to our nation. I believe personally that Timothy, whoever guest speaker he sent there, the man couldn't have just come and say things without somebody tell him something, or somebody had to tell him something. And for he to come here and talking about crime here in St. Kitts, by somebody else an apology. Now let me use the Maduro story. Back in 2015, if my memory serves me right, or 16, we received $16 million. Some I don't know if it is EC or US. Some could be able to help on this. But we received that. And at the time, the Prime Minister who received it on behalf of the people was Dr. Timothy Harris. I never heard not even one piece of word where the former Prime Minister will say, I am not supporting America to do what he had to do to Maduro. I don't know if Sam or Dr. Martin or Junior have heard it, but I have never heard it before. All what I'm saying, my grandmother always taught me, when you're up for everybody. But when you're done for your one and your close family. I thank you.
All right, thank you so much for calling. Let's take some more calls. Caller, good afternoon. Go ahead, please. Caller, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Junior. Good afternoon,
Go ahead.
Mr. Condom. Answering to Mr. Martin.
You're next.
Two things. For the fact that the MOU was a non-binding and there's a committee has set up, which a committee should have been set up long time, because we have had challenges similar to this before. But albeit, for the fact that there's a non-binding MOU, we can step back a little bit and say no. Bahamas said no. What we was waiting that we would not have been on the list of 75 nations. Well, now that we are on the list of 75 nations, it even gave us more reasons to say no. Because we realize these people playing games with us. They want us to accept the dirt, yet they don't want to facilitate our citizens coming there for whatever reason. The other matter, I listened to Premier Matt Brantley talking about repatriation and calling the diaspora to come home and bail. St. Kitts and Nevis, the wider Caribbean. It's all good. It's all lauded. But I think he's predicated on intellectual dishonesty, because if Kittitians and Nevisians or Nevisians should come home, where are they going to go when that swat of land would be done dispensed to the Destiny Project? Or unless that project fell through, and so yes, Nevisians can come home now, because you have all this swat of land that was there for 100 years, laying idle, and it's for you to come home and develop. That's what does sound better. So for the fact that the MOU was non-binding, we have a second chance to tell, in a diplomatic way, to tell the Trump administration no. Because I'm not convinced that is CARICOM nationals, for one. I am not convinced that. Because why St. Kitts would not take back their nationals? Why Antigua would not do that? Why Barbados, Guyana, and the others would not take home their nationals? I never had a history. I heard that there was a policy in these islands that we did not take back our nationals being deported. Thanks for listening.
All right, thank you so much. It's now just about 11 minutes before 3 o'clock. Let's go back and take some more calls. 465-6474, 465-0546, 662-1065. We're going to take calls for a few more minutes, and then we're going to get the wrap from all of us. Caller, good afternoon. Go ahead, please.
Good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, Teach.
Yeah. I think the OECS at least finally wake up to the fact that they've done this collectively rather than individually. Okay? It seems as if they started out individually, and that allowed the U.S. to whatever memorandum of understanding that they did. They basically allowed the U.S. to roll over us, pretty much. Okay? And I don't know how in the world we could have put in something in that memorandum of understanding that we're not taking patients. Right? I honestly don't know how that could have happened. That was a big mistake. Okay? And now they've decided that they're going to collectively negotiate with the United States about the details of what is to come. Like I said, that's pretty much after the fact. That is what they should have done instead of doing what Antigua did, for instance, start trading bad with Trinidad, and we start gloating that, well, at least we're not we still have our visa access and don't have the restrictions like Antigua and Dominica. That was foolish to be doing that. Okay? So at least now they know what should be done going forward. And as for Trinidad and Guyana, they're going to discover belatedly what the Bahamas have discovered. Because the Bahamas is on that list of 75 countries. And I saw reports of them being outraged and shocked and angered because you know how close they are to the U.S. And they could have gone to the U.S. without visa restrictions, get their 6 months and just go over, right? They could not believe that a close neighbor like the United States would do that to them. And everybody in the Caribbean, all the leaders in the Caribbean, have to wake up to the fact that they don't, and we've heard it said so many times, they don't have friends here. They have interests, okay? And that is what their foreign policy is going to reflect. And so our foreign policy, I think, should reflect first a unified position, and secondly, I saw something that Holness put out, basically saying that, well, although we are going to negotiate with the United States to make things easier for our citizens, we should concentrate on the home front and deal with things like governance and providing opportunities for our people, right? And that, I think, was instructive. Unfortunately, he didn't do it in terms of the whole Caribbean. He did it in terms of Jamaica. Call for unity there and good governance and prepare and provide opportunities for the people. All of that is linked. So I think that is the way to go to respond to this, because it is a crisis. It is a threat, and there's no running away from it. Okay, whereas before we could have gotten away with not paying attention to geopolitics and what the U.S. and so on would do. Now we have to respond. We can't just lie back and wait for the next 2x4 to hit us in the head. Okay? All right, then.
All right, thank you so much. It's just about 6 minutes now before 3 o'clock. Let's go back to the phone. Let's take some more calls. Caller, good afternoon. Welcome. Caller, you there?
Yes, Brother Juni. Good day. How your day is going? Greetings.
Greetings.
And greetings to your brother Sam, and greetings to your brother Martin, and greetings to our Mother of Creation, grounded with our brothers and sisters. Now, it's very important to see how we are looking at the indication of the policies that are labeled to agree by the administration in our territorial grounds to the American policy, and that is American foreign policy. And looking at these things, the American foreign policy don't give no background coverage for the people who are initiating on. Now we see that the old cooking Biden and Donald Trump outlined that they are revising the manual law. Well, all these things are instrumental that was brought into, as we call, enslavement. So how could we, as a people in the region, because I mean I talk about the leaders them, because the leaders them are corrupt. Yeah, they're very totally corrupt, and the recent column we just hear is talking about the Prime Minister of Jamaica. He's a sellout totally, so we don't know why he's none from that, because unless he's cleaning up the Jamaican mess with that devastated hurricane that destroy a lot of areas of Jamaica and still having the people them house out without proper house sheltering and food and all the things that require for them, and he talking all kind of things for his own personal gain. They're ready to develop our people around here. So we need to really put really the tag in what we're stating and not just quoting for what people say. There's a lot of facts out there that are dangerous in the Caribbean region, and we need to really look how we're dealing on our shores. Now, we like to say...
I don't like this, He called the station and saying people corrupt without providing evidence.
Well,
you want to provide the evidence we can provide in about Martin because we ain't fair at all.
No.
We're not fair to expand the evidence because they are here.
No, sir. No. It is not fair because the persons
Let me say something that I could classify that this is.
Okay, but when you come to the station on your program, say that, but not you know.
Well, you could have asked a question in what I mean.
No, it is not right to accuse people of being corrupt without providing the evidence.
And the facts are right in front of you.
No, the facts are not. Okay, where must I find the facts? Where are the facts? Where are the facts?
How you can believe, but Martin, in articles you gotta look at, look at people who publish.
You are using the privilege of Freedom FM to say that the Prime Minister of Jamaica did something corrupt?
Leader, yes.
All right, I think that is out of order.
You could think of it, but there is a fact showing unto this day he received money to support for the hurricane relief, and many people still are homeless without these funding that are being assured. And there was
to be somebody who has no responsibility.
You see, that's why I tell I just change like the society. So anyway, we're gonna come to this here so and clear. The society we are in is unstable because we are selfish for our own personal gain instead of the truth. It's our own personal gain. We don't want to see something that is coming from a media house that is selling the fabrication of the lies that the administration undermine.
He who alleges must prove. That's the principle.
Oh, I'm glad you said so because in an alleges, the facts are there waiting for because I have them on my phone too. The main an alleges. Facts right there showing you how the people in Jamaica still suffering under the condition of what occurred under that hurricane. So if you trying to think that me know what I'm talking, I know what I'm talking about, Martin. I tell I need to be awakening and not just try to talk.
What's the source? What's the source of the facts? What website or Facebook?
But we're doing a website talking about people who go on the ground.
Okay.
The house. People on the ground showing that these are things happening still in Jamaica. In Jamaica, you cannot get access to some people who still are suffering. And you're talking about these people doing well for the Caribbean region. All I would like to say here now, we are embarking on the 94th anniversary of the Buckle Uprising. And I think it's the initially taking the approach again to commemorate our ancestors. And we'll have 5 people be honored for this year, 94th anniversary. Our team is stated for the 94th anniversary. As the state, the 1935 Buckles Uprising in St. Kitts, the spark that awakened the region. So we know in this moment we are looking for our ancestors to be honored and be respected. We still see that there are a lot of things that are deterring these moments because of our society that we're living in. So much coward people around here and not standard with people who got intelligent mind to know what is right, what was done for our people in the sacrifice that they made. And through all this party politics that we see around here, this is why we still see now people can't be respected to our ancestors.
All right, caller, thank you so much. We're going to take some more calls.
Anyway, but if you need to say because a lot of things I do is to hide. Deep down.
All right, thank you so much, man. Let's take some more calls. Good afternoon, caller.
Quickly, Dr. Martin, the point I was making earlier about the hospital issue is in one of those islands where somebody used to work in the hospital and the person feel that they could walk in the hospital now, they are no longer working there, and could go inside Lime and chat with the nurses and doctors in there, and while they're searching to people's file. That is the point I wanted to make. That is what someone told me, and I pray and hope that in our beautiful island of St. Kitts, that do not happen.
Not.
All right, it's just about 1 minute after 3. We take just 2 more calls, and then we're going to get the wrap here from the panelists. My colleagues who are here every Friday afternoon at this time for Groundings. So let's take 2 more calls. The next 2 calls to come through will be heard and ventilated. So if you want to call, you can call now before we wrap up the show for today. It's just about 1 minute after 3 o'clock. The next two calls we'll take. The lines are clear right now, so if you want to make a point or underscore something that was said or not said, please call us now. I have a comment here from Dwyer Astafan, which I would like to share with you. He says, why didn't these islands get together to discuss before signing MOUs? And what bargaining power can we or will we bring across the table from Messrs. Rubio and Trump? Why didn't these islands get together to discuss before signing MOUs? And what bargaining power can we or will we bring across the table from Messrs. Rubio and Trump? Anybody want to go there? Let's take this call.
Time will tell.
Let's take this call first. Caller, go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon, gentlemen. Happy New Year's. I was just calling because somebody said something about the reason why St. Kitts and Nevis take the Haitians. I think I was listening to issues a few days ago, and I think it was Mr. Edinburgh. He said one of the reasons why they didn't take them was because they use, like if somebody dies,
they're using
let's
fake
say they have
IDs.
St. Kitts and Nevis.
I heard him make the comment that they were using fake IDs belonging to other people.
Right. That was it. That's all I had to say.
Okay, thank you so much. Another comment from Dwyer. He says, I'm glad that common sense is prevailing and the Europeans are now admitting that they have to deal with Russia, which occupies 10% of the Earth's land mass, has immense natural resources and a very powerful military. Putin is not going to capitulate to their plans. Two comments from Dwyer Astafan. Let's take this our final call, then we'll wrap up. Caller, good afternoon. Could you call us back at that same number, 465-6474, and that will be our final call for today. 465-0546 or 662-1065. Gentlemen, we've had a very enterprising afternoon with our discussions here. Let's take this as our final call. Caller, go ahead. Caller, go ahead.
Hello.
Yes, hello. You're on the air.
Yes, the reason why we couldn't do it collectively at the time, that's why I was asking, is they send a message out or a correspondent out to individuals. How does the other individuals know that you get it? Or how do you know you're not the only person that you're not the only country that they're sending this out to? Unless it's taken to you that they're sending out to all your other neighboring colleagues, this correspondent, how would you know to galvanize the rest of your colleagues to come together to combat it? So I don't see the point. It makes more sense to me that the correspondent is sent and one thinks that, look, this is an isolated incident. All right?
Okay. All right, thank you, caller, for your comment. Gentlemen, we've come to the end of a very enterprising afternoon with discussions and comments. Your take, Dr. Martin.
Well, thank you. I think this program continues to be a blessing. Certainly, I learn a lot listening and speaking with the in-studio panel. We have to continue discussing these geopolitical matters because ours is an open country and our lives and livelihood depend on trade with the outside world. Our number one trading product is tourism. Statement made at the PLP convention by the guest speaker was categorically false. That crime is increasing in St. Kitts and Nevis. He should have been stopped dead in his tracks at the PLP convention. He was not, and that was very, very disappointing. Our people, St. Kitts and Nevis people, Caribbean people, continue to serve the United States well in all spheres of endeavor, including the military, where our people have shed tears, sweat, and blood for the United States. And I think that point should be leveraged in our negotiations. It is clear that electioneering is not governing. Political parties have to put up people who have the gravitas, the wisdom, the seriousness to govern, because every hour, every minute is a test of leadership and governance for us. And finally, I think Ras Kalonji continues to echo what Marcus Garvey told our grandparents in November 1937. Quote, "Make your country your Garden of Eden." And that is an antidote to outward migration.
Sam?
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, I think this current situation, what's happening worldwide, internationally, it's creating a new world order, a new economic order, and it is important for us to learn from history. As it was said, for any people, history is the foundation on which a nation is built. History is what connects our present generation to ancestors. It is how we discover who we are and from whence we came. Any attempt to erase our history is an attempt to reduce us to less than a people, to degrade our identity, to return us to nameless slaves. If we have to get away and improve, we have to look at history, see what we could learn from it, and how we could continue to develop each individual nation. But in the end, we are all one people. And I want to close with my daily text for today, which says, we are one people. In Christ there is no east or west. In him no south or north, but one great fellowship of love throughout the whole world, worldwide, the whole wide earth. And that is what you have to understand.
The source.
The source, the Moravian Daily Text for 2026, Friday the 16th of January 2026. That is what it is about. It's about our humanity, about each of us trying to exist here on this earth for each other. And there's enough for us to share. And we can't be selfish. That is what causing the destruction. Our selfishness and inhumanity to man. We have to see each other as brothers and sisters.
Thank you, Sam. I salute you. Dr. Martin, my comment this afternoon is about the development of a prostate drug called abiraterone.
Yeah, I struggled to with it.
Abiraterone or reterone.
Yeah.
You understand this drug has been developed?
Yes, correct.
It is available. It will be available in a matter of weeks and will be offered to 7,000 men a year. What is your information on this development of this new prostate drug for prostate cancer?
Well, it seems the story came out from BBC, and it's being rolled out in the UK National Health Service.
Is it something you take internally like a pill?
It's a pill.
It's a pill.
It's a pill.
What does it do? Shrink the prostate?
It acts against the hormones that cause the cancer cells to proliferate. Well, can I use a word you taught me in school? Proliferate. Again, affordability is the issue for us. Affordability is the issue for us in the OECS, and I'm glad you brought it up to let people know how important this OECS is to us, because 80% of the drugs available in the public sector, health centers and hospitals, 80% of the drugs are sourced through the OECS dossiers procurement system.
Well,
so we grouped together so we could afford.
Yeah. I hope it will be available because prostate seems to be spreading.
But I tell you what, you could ask your doctor to do the necessary, or your pharmacist to do the necessary investigation. Yeah.
But it's available by a doctor's prescription, I guess.
But they have the necessary mechanisms to import. Once it's available for export, Yeah.
But it's going to be available in the UK.
Yep, it's already available in the UK. Yeah.
All right, thank you so much. We'll hear more about this drug in the weeks to come here on Freedom FM. In the meantime, I want to thank you for joining us this afternoon. We've had a very interesting discussion, and we'll continue to put the issues out there before you and get your feedback and comments on these same issues. Thank you so much for joining us this afternoon. We'll be back next week, if it's the will of God, with another edition of Groundings. Until then, Julie and I were saying cheers, have a great weekend, and God bless you, each and every one. Good afternoon.
Yep.
Setting the Sugar Island on fire. Freedom FM 106.5.
Every day we're faced with choices to spend or to save, to delay or to stay on track. It's discipline that shapes our future because discipline means making the choice today that pays off tomorrow. Remember, discipline, choice, pays. A message from the Development Bank of St. Kitts and Nevis.
For all your electronic wants and needs, shop at Smart Electronics and Island Electronics for the best deals and prices. Visit any of their 3 locations at Value Mart Complex, Farms Estate in Nevis, Port Zan